In 2011, I was lucky to be one of the participants for Metropole Orchestra Arrangers Workshop. And that is still the best week of my life. This week I'm working with Metropole Orchestra. We're finishing a composition by amazing artists, composers to make our original album to celebrate 75 years of the orchestra. This is probably the most important part for me as a conductor because we are going to start recording tomorrow. And so that means that this is the only time that I can work on music deeply to make sure if everything is in a good shape. I'm of course excited to check out, but then my mode is like, okay, this is like work mode. No, this way. Yeah. I always get lost. Hi, good to see you. Hi guys, good to see you. Hi, how are you? Hey, it's already time. Oh wow, it's already time. Wow. All right, good. I met the sound of Metropole Orchestra when I was in high school back in Japan. And now it is in front of me and I'm working with them like directly. So it's like a dream sound versus reality to me. So for me, working with them now is more like confronting the reality. How can I get them more comfortable or like sound even better? And then, you know, part of me is still like, no, that's not happening. That can't be happening. But then the reality is that I actually am in charge of fixing things in a better way. And then sometimes I have to, you know, push a little more sound or like a togetherness, discipline as one orchestra. Because especially for this kind of setting, we are in the two separated rooms where we can't really hear each other entirely as one band.
110 with everyone. Da 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 dee da 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 dee dee da da.
Paul, would it be possible to not hear what we record? Yep. 1, 2, ready, M. I do hear the whole sound as a score. So that's kind of my perspective as a composer, where you look at the score and then you have the dream sound from my brain to reflect the score. So it's always really challenging for me to find a good balance of it, but then at the same time I have to really, really focus on it. Otherwise it's easy to forget. It's a fun challenge. And they're now practicing the upstairs, they're practicing 166 now.
Yeah, exactly. This part is maybe something we can...
It's really hard.
Yeah, I know.
It's really hard.
I apologize. Sincerely.
Okay, my musical background is classical music mainly. And I always have a sound in my head that's the imaginary sound, but that's always symphonic with the strings. It's never be a big band. This is literally the most natural sound that I can possibly imagine of, which is amazing. And at the same time, this orchestra can groove. In fact, this is the only one professional jazz philharmonic orchestra in the world, I would say. So that's a very, very prestige thing that we definitely should take advantage of. Oh, it's viola. Wait.
Viola. 91.
No, I have a portamento up on the gliss up on the bar 10.
Oh, you don't.
You don't have that? In 2011, I was lucky to be one of the participants for Metropole Orchestra Arrangers Workshop. And then I came here for the first time to work with the orchestra for a week. And then also Vince Mendoza as a conductor. And that is still the best week of my life. In 2016, I had a plan to have a vacation, summer vacation in Malta, and I thought, maybe I could just stop by the Netherlands. I emailed with the music producers in the orchestra, and they were saying, oh, we're having a rehearsal. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. That became to be a project with Metropole Orchestra Big Band, where we played Thelonious Monk music together in 2017. And we got really nice tour. We had so much fun, and then we got the live recording album together. Yeah, so that was the beginning. So, but that's how much I wanted to work with them instead of having a summer vacation. We have 3 conductors with the orchestra now, Jules Buckley, Vince Mendoza, and myself. And these 2 other conductors, Jules and Vince, are my absolute heroes. I feel like we have very different backgrounds. With Vince's sound, I learned that sound color a lot because that's how I met this sound of the orchestra when I was in high school. So since then, I'm following that kind of sound. However, for me, in the end, tone color is the most important thing as a musician. And their value of the tone color is so much to me. So that's what I feel like that's kind of my role, which is not a flashy way, but then more fundamental part of the orchestra. I feel like I'm a collaborator with them. So we're kind of equal. And to work together to make the music better, which would open like a lot of doors for everything. So yeah, that's kind of the direction that I'm thinking of. Yo! Wow. Okay.